Number 1. The person who has had the biggest influence on me is my daughter, Emma. Since she was born, I have become much more responsible. I spend more time at home and focus on what is most important in life: family. She has also taught me that laughing every day is very important. Number 2. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is possibly one of the most influential civil rights activists in history. He fought for the equal rights for all people and made many people angry along the way. Although he always protested peacefully, many were violent towards him. In 1968, he was shot and killed. But his dream of people not being judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, lives on in the hearts of many. Number 3. Audrey Hepburn is famous for being one of the most glamorous actresses of all time. But she did not spend her entire life under the Hollywood spotlight. She lived in the Netherlands during World War II, which was occupied by the Nazis. Her uncle was killed, her half-brother sent back to Germany to work, and in 1944, her family had so little food they made flour out of tulips, just so they could survive winter. I can't imagine how difficult those 5 years were for her and her family. And to think, just 8 years after the war had finished, she had a starring role in Roman Holiday. No matter how tough life gets, you should never give up. Number 4. As a biologist, Charles Darwin has had the biggest influence on my life and career. In his 20s, he sailed around the world on a ship called the Beagle. He kept a diary on that journey, which is a book I have read many times and truly love. But I think his most important work was the book on the origin of species. This is where he first explained the theory of evolution. Darwin helped us understand that we are all connected to nature and one another. Number 5. I think the most inspiring and influential person of all time is Leonardo Da Vinci. Although he died over 500 years ago, his artwork, writings, and studies are still celebrated to this day. Mona Lisa is probably his most famous painting, but he made countless more. He also planned out incredible inventions, many of which he never made, but can be found today, such as flying machines and parachutes. Da Vinci is an inspiration to us all, as he shows that we do not need to focus on one thing, and with enough study and practice, we can master almost anything.